Hey guys, welcome to your next project. In this chapter, we're going to be building a very minimal e-commerce shopping cart that sells books. Alright, so I just called it Tech Books. And we're going to be using Node, MongoDB. We're going to be using Express, but we're going to use I guess you could call it a framework that kind of lays on top of Express and gives us a nice MVC file structure and some other integrated tools. It's called Kraken or Kraken.js. So we're going to use that, and basically I'm just going to show you a quick demo. We just have some books, some cover images, titles, descriptions, price, and we can click on book details. It'll take us to a details page, tell us the category, the author, publisher, and then we can click add to cart, and it's going to add it to our cart and take us to the cart. Okay, and this is just going to give you a summary of what you want to buy. If we go back to another book and add that, you can see that it's going to show up here. All right, and we can even add the same ones, and the quantity will automatically be adjusted, and so will the price. All right. Now, as far as checking out, I did something very, very minimal because I don't really want to get into that whole thing. It's kind of a separate thing than learning Node.js. So what I did is basically created a PayPal button, and you click that, it'll take us to the PayPal page. Now what it's going to do is going to bundle your books together and give you the total, and then you can pay through PayPal, which I mean isn't, if this was a production app, you'd want to do something different, but I just wanted to just get something that works without having to kind of go into all that payment gateway stuff. So that's really it. You can click empty cart, all right, and the items will go away. Now that's just the front end. I also created a little back end. So if you click on manage down here, this is just the index page. I don't really have anything here, but if you look at the menu, we can go to books. It's going to give us all the books, and we can add new books. We can edit current books, and we can delete books. Okay, categories, same thing. Okay, you can add and edit the categories, and then I just have a link to view the website, which will open another tab and take us to the front end, and you can see that book is now deleted. All right, so that's what we'll be building. Now this here is the Kraken.js homepage, and I would definitely suggest going over it. The documentation is pretty good. It's pretty easy to understand. We're basically going to be following along here to get set up. But yeah, so that's what we'll be doing. So let's go ahead and open a git bash into our projects folder. So I'm just going to go here and go git bash. Alright, and let's see what we want to do. Go to the Kraken homepage and go down to getting started. And we can see that step 0 is installing Node. We already have Node. Install the generator. Alright, so this is going to install the generator for us along with Boa and the Grunt CLI for processes and things like that. So I'm going to copy this, paste it in here. Alright, and that should install Kraken. That should install the generator so that we can go ahead and generate a new app. Alright, so that's still installing. Could take a minute. Alright, now we should be able to use the generator. So we should be able to just do yo Kraken. Yo Kraken. Okay, so may we anonymously report your usage statistics? Let's say no. Alright, so tell me a bit about your application. We're going to call this TechBooks description. Simple shopping cart. Author, feel free to put your own name. Template library. Okay, so we can use different template libraries. We could use Jade or some of the other ones, but the default is Dust, and I really like Dust, so I'm going to select that. Now, front-end package manager, we'll use Bower, which is the default. CSS preprocessors, we'll use less. JavaScript library, require.js is fine. May Bower anonymously report? Let's say no. Alright, and you can see all the files that are being generated for us, quite a bit. So there should be a TechBooks. Okay, so now we have a TechBooks folder, and I think it's still generating, but you can see we have a controllers folder, models, and then our views are going to be in public templates. Alright, so that's where all of our Dust files will go. Okay, and I like Dust because you can just use regular HTML, and of course you can have dynamic elements to it, variables and loops and stuff like that. So it's a nice change from Jade. And if we look in the node modules folder, it must be still, yeah, there we go. Alright, so it's still running, but you can see it's going to install all these modules, all the grunt stuff. We should see Express pop up. Alright, so there you see Express, require.js, less. Alright, so that should be all set. Now you want to make sure that you cd into that directory. So cd TechBooks. Alright, now as far as other third-party modules, we're going to install a couple. Okay, so we need MongoDB, the basic driver. We want Mongoose, Connect Flash, and Express Messages, just to handle alerts and messages, things like that. Alright, so we'll say npm install MongoDB save. And the save, all that does is it adds it to the manifest file, to the package.json file. Okay, next we want to do npm install Mongoose. Alright, now we want Connect Flash. And finally, we want Express Messages. And if we go to TechBooks and Node Modules, you should see these. Connect Flash. We have our MongoDB, Mongoose, and Express Messages. Alright, so that's all set. Now let's try and see if we can actually run this. So we'll say npm start. Alright, and you can see that by default it listens on port 8000. Okay, so we want to go to localhost 8000 and we get hello index. So that means that everything's working, it's up and running. What we're going to do as far as the template, we're going to use Foundation. Alright, so Foundation is basically, it's a front-end framework, just pretty much like Bootstrap. A lot of similarities. If you go to the docs page, you can get just about any object that you want, forms, buttons, and it gives you the code just like the Get Bootstrap site. The reason I wanted to use Foundation is I just wanted to kind of mix it up a little bit. We've been using Bootstrap quite a bit, so I thought it'd be good to mix it up. Nothing too difficult, just a nav bar and, you know, some formatting, things like that. So in the next video, I want to set up our routes. All right, and there's not going to be too many. You know, we'll have /books, we'll have /book books details and then the ID of the book. That'll take us to the single page. And then for the admin stuff, we'll have like manage/books, which will give us, you know, the back end view of the books. And then we'll have like add, things like that. So we'll set the routes up and the template as well, so we can have kind of a, you know, a nice layout to work with. But right now, what I want to do before we end is just download Foundation and get that, I guess, installed into our file structure. So let's click on Getting Started, and actually, there should be a link. Oh, right here, Download Foundation. All right, so let's see. Let's get the complete. Okay, and we'll open that up. And where we want to put this is in public, CSS, and then we can just bring over, we'll bring that over, normalize. Okay. And I'm also going to create a CSS file for us to work with. So we'll say style.css. All right, JavaScript. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to bring over Foundation. We have the Foundation folder with all the JavaScript. Vendor includes jQuery, so we'll bring these over. All right. Images, we don't have anything there. So I think we should be good with that. Now, in the public templates directory, we have index.dust. This is the homepage content, but the things like the body, the navigation, the head, the navigation will go in layouts, master. Okay, so master.dust is basically the template for the front end. Let's see, I want to open this with Sublime. All right, so right now, very, very simple. We just have the doc type, the head, a dynamic variable for the title and for the body. And down here it's requiring require.js. So very simple. In the next video, we're going to add our static content. We'll add the rows, things like that. All right, so we get that set up. And I think that's it for now. In the next video, like I said, we'll do the template and we'll set up a couple routes and we should be good.